Hey there everyone, what's up? What are you all up to? Pretty busy at this time of year, I would imagine. For most of us that's the case. And that sort of leads me into my first thread for this week, which is our angel guided intuitive reading for December the 16th through to the 23rd. So hopefully most of you are enjoying some nice activities and catching up with family and friends and doing some of those social outings and a few parties and joyous celebrations. And again, I mentioned that brings in a higher vibration because they're celebratory and they're happy, and we're seeing people perhaps we don't see all the time, and giving a little bit of time to them in priority, which is a special gift. It's actually the best gift you can give. You don't have to give money, because a lot of us too are a little bit financially short, and at this time of the year there are other restraints still upon us, and bills still need to be paid, and children's activities still need to be catered for. Holidays might be considered as well. So not everyone has actually got spare money to just go out and buy loads of different expensive gifts, but the one thing you can give is time, a little bit of time with people. Honour the friendship that you have with them or your family members, and give gratitude and love, and those things are free. So looking at this week's cards, we'll start off with the parents card. Now I do understand that for a lot of people Christmas can actually be a lonely time. We tend to think that it's all happy and blissful and yeah, rah rah, all everything's wonderful, but some people around the world aren't in such a good space at Christmas time, and I understand that as well. There are people who are on their own around the world, or in a slightly more negative position. They could be in hospital with illnesses, or they could be in situations that aren't in a good space. So it's not a totally happy occasion for everyone. So we're just taking a moment to go down the road for people who perhaps are a little sadder at Christmas time. And some people do have breaks, family tie breaks, and they don't get on necessarily with their parents or siblings. And this card here is from Doreen Virtue's Angel Therapy guided cards, and it's actually a lovely card, and it says your parents, the divine truth is that your parents eternally love you to the best of their ability, and the angels are helping you heal from any pain associated with your parents or any issues you may have had. Remember that everyone that comes in to live on the planet has a life path of their own that they are also dealing with. So life isn't always just about yourself. It also involves the people that you come into contact with. Of course, we realize that, but their life journey is also existing, and their life journey may be very different from yours. So you have to accept that they may not do everything the way you wish they had. But that card is very good. It says they did love you to the best of their ability. And then that's another thing. We're not all perfect. We're humans. We have faults. That's part of our life journey, is to learn from the faults that we have. We can grow from them. They come in to teach us lessons. It's all about everything we experience in life, in part, has been chosen by us because it enriches us. We gain from learning from experiences, both good and bad. We gain from having people in our lives that are both positive and negative. If everything were blissfully perfect, why would we bother coming? Why would we be here? Because it would become fairly mundanely boring. Life is full of trials and tribulations, and I think it's like being a mountain climber, and you want to climb to the top of the mountain to get that euphoria feeling and that conquering feeling. That's the same with life, really. You have these passages and journeys along the way that you get over in one way or another, whether it be physical or mental or emotional, and once you've got over them and reached the top, you've challenged yourself and you've actually succeeded, and you're in a good place. So don't always hold in anger and regret and bitterness about people who may have crossed your path in the negative, or who haven't given you the things that you want. As I say, it's not always just about us. And when we learn that, we can learn to give more. And then that comes back to the whole saying again of when you give, you are giving gratitude and time and love, and you bring in the positive energies, and you sweep on up, and you're moving into a better place anyhow. So it's all very cyclic. We're all linked into everything. And that's another thing. We think we're disconnected, but we're not actually. We're incredibly united and linked and tied to every single thing on the planet and all of us all around. When you think about it, every breath of air we take is from the planet, Mother Earth, and so we should be giving thanks to her on a daily basis as well, because without her oxygen, we wouldn't even exist as a human life form. No life would exist on this planet. Well, perhaps the amoebas underneath the water that don't require oxygen, or trees that produce oxygen. So those are the sort of messages for Christmas. I understand some of us go through a pretty hard time because they're not in places that they necessarily want to be, but you can still take the time to appreciate who you are, where you've come from, and where you're headed. So Christmas can be about yourself then. If there's no one else that you want to be thankful or grateful for, always be thankful and grateful for yourself, if nothing else. And the next card, which interestingly enough came out, ties in exactly with the parents. It's got the Angel of Families card. And of course Christmas is connected to families, and I've just been talking about it, how whether you're in a good space with your families or a slightly less positive space, let go any negativity, think a little bit about the positivity, pass off some gratuitous, happy, loving thoughts if you can, and let that meld through you over this Christmas period. And these two here go a little bit in together. They're rather beautiful cards. It is often a party time for a lot of people, work, socials and different do's and sporting events and parties and celebrations, which is all great. It's a lovely time. This is the Angel of Diet and Nutrition, and she is just saying you want to watch things a little bit there, make sure you still balance your food. Remember to take on, just balance it. Don't forget to eat appropriately at this time of year. Some people might go a little bit overboard with the partying type foods and drink. And the God of Indulgence next to her is just saying it's all right. Go, help enjoy yourself. A little bit of indulgence is actually good for the soul. So just don't worry if you're eating a few more extra chocolates or indulging in that Christmas pudding or whatever it is that your country particularly enjoys doing, a few extra, social festivities and drinks. But just be aware to balance that all out and still eat properly and at the right times, and balance your daily life, I think. So that was about all for this week. I think we're pretty much rolling on into that lovely Christmas time. We're also coming into the solstice day, 21st, 22nd of December down here in the southern hemisphere, our longest day, shortest night. It's always lovely. You guys up in the northern, shortest day, longest night. But as my dear dad always used to say, or for us for instance, down here on the 21st of December, he'd say, that's it, that's the longest day now, the night's drawing and winter's on its way. So that's a bit depressing for us, but you could say the same for you guys up north. It's your shortest day, now the nights start drawing out and summer's on its way. Take care all. You're in for a little bit of a harsh winter up in the northern hemisphere. There could be a few big storms rolling in, lots of turbulent type storms with heavy snow and bits and pieces. So it could be a bit of a hard grind for you all, but hey, have a great Christmas. Be safe, be happy, pass out some love and goodwill, and take care. Bye.